The one morning that I don't wake up at freaking 6:30 a.m., Supreme decides to have a sale. Why, Supreme? Why do you do this to me?
Why? Why? Why?
I promise you, I woke up that morning looking like my man Tetsuo right here. Well, actually, it kind of looks like he's just busting the best nut of his life, so maybe not, but I woke up extremely upset. In fact, I probably woke up as upset as some of you guys frantically clicking this video to comment and answer the question in the title as to whether or not Supreme is dead. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, no, Supreme's not dead. I'm gonna talk about why. I'm gonna talk about the resale that we've seen this season, which is insane. I'm gonna talk about how some of these items that went on sale were actually really good flips that you could have purchased. And I'm even gonna actually include some thrifting footage in this video because it seems like you guys like that. My last video got over 11% likes. That means 11 out of 100 individuals that watched that video smashed that like button, banged on that like button, crip walked all over that motherfucking like button. And I appreciate that so freaking much. That's actually really, really good. You compare other creators, that's really freaking amazing. So thank you guys to everyone that liked the video, everyone that commented. The views, I knew it wasn't gonna really do that good. I even said that in the video. Sometimes they do kind of pop off, like this one and I think this one. But it's only really if it catches in like YouTube's recommended. For the most part, there's a section of the people that fuck with me that love the vintage content, but there's also a lot of people that just fuck with the Supreme shit. And I fuck with both. I mean, I resell Supreme on Robitussin and Poppy, ROBITUSSIMP API. In fact, currently there's a raffle for this where you can win it for $10. And just yesterday, there was 2 individuals that won. There was someone who won another one of those for $10 and then won both of these crushers for $12, which is insane because that Kangol crusher right now is going for like $240 on StockX.
Oh my God!
I also resell a lot of vintage on Thrift Row. You guys can follow both those accounts. In fact, I even run those raffles on my Thrift Row website, which is up and running. By the way, if you guys see any items in those trips to the thrift that you want, even if they're not on the site, you can DM me on Thrift Row, and I have no problem selling those items usually. I actually sold that Newport shirt, and I sold those vintage Nike shorts that I found in the bins. But anyways, the main focus of this video is going to talk about whether Supreme's dead. It's gonna talk a lot about resale, so I apologize if you're not a reseller. I know some people are only collectors, and I'm a collector too. There's a lot of pieces in my personal collection, especially when it comes to the pants that I love and I will probably never sell. Sell. Why do I always say sale? Like I'm on a fucking boat. But reselling really helped me out a lot. When I got out of the military, I got the news that my stepdad got prostate cancer. Right after that, my mom got breast cancer. I helped them with both of their medical bills. Obviously, I did raise $5,000 from you guys, but I ended up giving my mom $20,000, so I gave her $15,000 out of my own pocket. One of my best friends, Kyrie, that died last summer, I got to help his family out with money, and recently I just actually helped pay for his gravestone. And then my big brother, who actually died 2 weeks ago, I'm the one that paid for his cremation. So I was able to do a lot of that stuff all through reselling clothes, which is crazy to me because I've been a fan of clothes and shoes for over 10 years now. So the fact that I'm able to do stuff like that by essentially just buying the shit that I wanted to buy when I didn't have money is insane. But like I said, this sale isn't that big of a deal. I mean, the only bad thing about the sale is if you weren't up when the sale happened, or on Discord at like 3 a.m. when we saw the sale in Europe and people started speculating that US was gonna have a sale. Either way, this isn't the end of Supreme or anything like that. Supreme has had sales before. They've had online sales before, and although online sales aren't that normal, they have in sale stores at the end of every single season. They do that to clear stock. They normally just don't do it online. However, of course, all the store locations are closed right now due to COVID, and there's a lot of product that Supreme wasn't able to sell. There's probably still a lot of product that's currently reselling like crazy in some of those stores if they're not just being backdoored and shipped to like some kid's house in Wisconsin. But really the only L about this whole situation is if you weren't one of those people that happened to be up at, I mean, for me, I'm on the West Coast. It's 8 a.m. So, I mean, yeah, I wasn't up.
Vanna, put those L's on there.
Normally I wake up at 6:30. This was the one day I decided to give myself to sleep in. And of course, Supreme is like reading my fucking mind. There were some items that you definitely could have copped and made a little bit of money. For example, this raglan court jacket, this was on sale for $130. Now, I know that the premier colorway of this is that American flag. Although I served in the military, I'm not the biggest fan of this. I mean, I'm a patriot, but I'm not even half the patriot as my boy Lil Uzi. Lil Uzi, I'm not calling you a boy because you're short or anything. I'm just calling you my boy because, you know what I'm saying, I feel like we're friends. I listen to your music. Please do not beat the fuck out of me if you're watching this. I do not need to be interrupted in this video by some gangster leprechaun fucking busting down my door, beating the shit out of me. I saw what you did to Rich the Kid. I do not want the smoke. Even though I was in Afghanistan, I still am not even half the patriot as this man right here. And I will not look as cool in this piece because I don't have a private jet to take a picture in. I do like a lot of American flag prints. I mean, I grew up listening to like Dipset and shit. So like, of course, I think that shit's dope. But for me in particularly, this American flag print was very bro-ish. I said that in the video. All my Chads, Brads, Lances. Anyways, these pieces going for $130 right now. Highest bid on StockX is $170. I think over time these will go up to like $200. And it's a piece you could have easily made $30 on. That may not sound like a lot, but keep in mind, if you're making $30 after taxes and fees, it would have been 150 bucks spent. That's like a 20% return. And some of you guys may not look at clothes like that. Obviously, when you make your living and you provide for your parents and your family like that, then yeah, that's kind of how I view it. But to put
Today, Junior.
But to put that in perspective for you, if you put your money into a savings account or a money market account, you're gonna get like a 1 to 2% return on your investment. Not to mention, this wasn't the only item. You had this t-shirt right here, the sprayed plaid top. You could have made 10, 20 bucks on this. This was on sale for $52, which is barely more than a normal t-shirt. You had the contrast stitching Supreme pocket tee. This was on sale for $40, which is actually cheaper than some Supreme t-shirts. And mind you, these are both premium tees. This Animals hooded sweatshirt with the artwork from Keegan Dakar, this was $100. Then you had this warm-up sweater for I think $6 or $94. This was probably one of the best items actually. So think about this, for $94, you could have got this hoodie. The white one right now, highest bid, size large, which is actually a pretty common size and usually not the most expensive, is $158. That's really good. That's 50 bucks. I mean, really, if you think about it, even if you bought all these in a single cart and flipped them right now, you still could have made about $100 with like 5 to 10 minutes of work. And that's assuming you only got one of each. That being said, I wasn't up, so sadly I was not able to manual cop these. You guys know I'm like a manual cop god at this point. I should probably chill actually with these titles because I know Supreme's gonna humble me next season. That's kind of how Supreme works. That being said, this would have been a good morning to make some money, to make a little bit of extra cash. Some people don't really think about the bricks. They only go for the premier items, and I understand we've had a lot of premier items this season, and that's why I say Supreme resale is not dead. Supreme as a brand is not dead. Supreme has grown a lot, and this season has been one of the best seasons for resale in the last like 3 years. And we'll talk more about the resale this season, but first, right now, it's like 9:30, and I gotta go to the bins because Goodwill bins opens at 10 a.m. and your boy cannot miss the bins. I gotta try to find some vintage fire. And we are here just in time. I think they open in like a minute. Well, they're 2 minutes late, but people going crazy over shoes. But we got a couple items. We got this Carhartt half zip. I don't really know if I'm gonna keep this or not. Don't judge me, because some of these items I have not looked. Las Vegas, I can't even travel right now, so I do not want to be reminded of that. As you can see with this face mask over here looking like Bane, would not be good if you're trying to slurp up anything, you dig. Steelers versus Seahawks. Oh, that's not really that vintage, I guess. It looks hella vintage with this fade though. Now this piece though is kind of fire. You have the whole gang right here. This is actually pretty hard. All embroidered, thread count insane. This right here is super thick, like some BBC level thickness. The homie from Scorpio's Rising comes some heaters. You got this right here, all embroidered. Donald Duck going crazy. He's busting as many nuts as my man Tetsuo on my tee right now. Although you got my man Bugs Bunny's feet right here faded. Colorado Rockies on the anvil tag. This is a sick ass find. Damn, that's fucking hard. Anyways, we're waiting for a new row real quick. And the homie Jared found this with some pussy on it, so that's probably what Donald Duck was busting in. By the way, speaking of Jared, did you bring the Supreme?
I did, yeah.
You did, my man. What a legend. We gotta do the air. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Second tie-dye tee in a row. I found a Stussy tie-dye tee yesterday. A little Odd Future tie-dye tee today. Here we go. Another bin, baby. So I got this right here. I ended up buying this off the homie from Scorpio's Rising. And then we got some Supreme right here from my man Jared.
Yeah,
not
things from the bins, and then like this was from the bins.
You got that in the bins?
And then
you didn't get that in the bins though.
No, I did not. No. And then this I got.
Yeah, that's
probably
fire.
the most recent one.
All right, bet. What would you I'll probably not film this part. All right guys, we have a lot of stuff. I'm gonna go over the vintage gear in the next trip to the thrift video that I do. Personally, I would love to get to the point where I can incorporate the vintage gear, or I guess like vintage thrifting that I do with the Supreme content and kind of blend the two together. I'm working on a series that I can do that in. I'm just trying to like plan everything out, so that might come soon. Getting back to what we were discussing before, I had to frantically leave to make it to Goodwill on time. Resale. Obviously, Supreme is a lot more than resale, and I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes I kind of fall in that trap of looking back at what Supreme did and thinking like, oh, it's not as fire as it was this year or that year. But there's also a lot of stuff that Supreme has done where I didn't like it when it originally dropped, and then I learned to love it. For example, this collaboration. I didn't really like this collaboration because I was aware of a lot of the vintage Akira pieces. For example, we have this one right here, which if you guys saw, this is actually one of the thrift videos that did really well. This, right? This is fire. This is way harder than this. But it's also not really fair for me to compare those two like that. And on top of that, my biggest complaint with this Akira collaboration was that they didn't use a lot of the iconic imagery from Akira that I would have liked. That being said, looking back, I actually kind of appreciate the way that they kind of went and did that collaboration. Also, now I understand more about licensing, so I also don't know what their limitations were within that collaboration that may have restricted them from using certain graphics. By the way, I have some other Akira pieces that I am going to raffle off as well on Robotus and Poppy, so I'm telling you, definitely follow Robotus and Poppy. I got some grails coming soon. Do not sleep. Anyways, this season is extremely good for resale. I feel like the last 2-3 seasons have been kind of but this season, oh my god. This cardigan that dropped week 1, we're already seeing crazy resale on that. That item was super easy to cop. The Air Forces that I think everyone thought was gonna be easy to cop are reselling like crazy. The S&M bike, one of the only premier items that I took an L on. Oh my god, that is so sad. That's one of the few pieces I wanted for my personal collection. You guys know, if you guys watch the live cops, I almost never take an L on the premier item. I've been doing pretty good. I got the varsity jacket. I got the box logo. I even ended up getting some punch hole Vans. I got them from the premium Discord though. I still took an L technically. Those hole punch denim Vans or whatever, fire, and also will be coming to Robotus and Poppy soon. The punch hole denim jacket shot through the roof and the retail was extremely reasonable. Really almost every single week had a premier item, which was pretty surprising because if you guys watch a lot of the dropless videos from past seasons, I have to like continuously go in on Supreme and talk about how shitty the drop is because I've always said this, I still say this, about half of what Supreme drop is trash. They drop a lot of stuff. Their schedule is actually insane. But week after week we had premier items, and then sometimes we even had 2 premier items. Like for example, we had the varsity jacket, and then the next day we had the Murakami box logo. And that is another item that is insane. I mean, I honestly would not be surprised if that item shot up in value in the future. Currently it's going for like, I think $500 to $800 depending on size. That's a box logo that as it becomes more limited and harder to find, especially since it's a white tee, I would not be shocked if that went for anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. And thankfully I got 5 of them. 5! Which all 5 of those of course will be on Robotus and Poppy. But anyways, there are just so many different items that released this season. It would be hard to go over every single item because there's a lot of stuff that had resale. There's a lot of items that I think will go up over time. A lot of amazing collabs that I think we'll see go up over time, like the Daniel Johnson collaboration. I think some of these North Faces will go up over time as well. Granted, the retail of those were $400, so I mean, that retail is so fucking ridiculous for that jacket. I love the jacket. I think it's cool they did a different jacket, but $400 for like a lightweight jacket is a little bit ridiculous. I just feel like overall, this season was pretty nice. I mean, how can you say the brand is dead when people are literally paying almost $1,000 for a BB Simon belt on me? She trying to get it unfastened. I mean, people are paying like almost $5,000 for a fucking bicycle that is literally a couple $100 bicycle. Just because they have a sale does not mean they're dead. Like I said, they do it every season, and there's still a ton of items that are reselling currently. I think if anything, they made somewhat of a comeback this season, and I'm not gonna lie, part of me was kind of seeing Supreme as being on the decline over like the last 2 years, but I really think they did a good job this season, and I think overall the season recap is pretty amazing. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video was one, to talk about that, give a brief season recap and kind of give my opinions of the season overall, but I would also love to hear your guys' opinions. So let me know down in the comments below. Of course, while you're down there, please take a second. I would love each and every one of you beautiful, delicious looking bastards to smash the like button down below. Also, I'm calling you a bastard out of a term of endearment. I too am a fatherless child, so please take a second, hit that like button, subscribe and turn on post notifications if you have not already. And also, of course, this big ass tower of boxes that I think is actually out of the frame would not be possible without the premium Discord, and I will be unboxing this soon. So if you guys want to see that unboxing, smash the like button. I'm thinking about doing it on Sunday. I know I'm going to do a video Sunday. I believe it's going to be this. And of course, check out the premium Discord. Supreme season is about a month away, and on top of that, it's a little bit too late for some of the Grateful Dead raffles. There was like 5 or 6 raffles that I entered. If you only entered 1 raffle, if you've entered no raffles, then blame yourself for not being in the premium Discord, because they do have a list of every single raffle that's available, including they have all the raffles that are currently available for the Off-White Jordan 4s that are releasing as well. I believe all those raffles are going to end in like the next 48 hours. So the clock is ticking. You can check out the premium Discord in the description down below. Also, it can help you cop. They have slots. They have a ton of other features, site lists, early links, group buys. When it comes to copping Yeezys, the VIP actually has a Yeezy Supply / Adidas bot that can help you cop Yeezys as well. So definitely check that out. Like I said, there will be a link in the description. You can use my code STAR, STARR, for 15% off your membership. I'll also leave a link to my Instagram, Robotus and Poppy, where I resell a lot of the Supreme, and on top of that, Thrift Row, where I resell a lot of the vintage gear. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it from the top and bottom of my heart. Like I said, smash the like button. As always, keep living the star life. Peace the fuck out.
Hey bitch, holler when you feel this. Fresh up out the county, tell them hoes to get up on me. I was in that motherfucker with some killers.